Wait.
Hello, welcome to the Warmachine Hoards Firestorm game Steamroller. I'm here with Ryan Evans. I'm David Williams. Welcome, Ryan. Thanks for joining me.
Hello. You alright? So today we picked out one of the matchups. The first scenario is not sure what it's called. We call it the dumbbell. So we've got Adam rocking Elara2 and Defenders of Ios with more halberdiers than you can shake a stick at. And then Ben Hampshire is running the Heretic in Dark Menagerie, so a fairly standard build for Heretic with the double Cage Rager, double Skin and Moans, the Death Knell. I think for his Arcana he's obviously got Reckoning, which is the Heretic's trump card, and Sacrifice and Pandemonium. So Sacrifice is the Arcana that when you destroy a model in the caster control area, you trigger that Arcana and then everything else fully heal. So that can throw a spanner in the works. And then Pandemonium cancels an order, which will be quite relevant when Halberdiers want to be charging and killing those war beasts. So Adam's going to be going first. Ben's deploying while Adam runs to the toilet. Excellent. So, do we want to make any early predictions as to whether this is going to get down to time because Adam's wasting his time on a toilet break?
Possibly. I know Adam was worried about this matchup. When we first found out there was a table, the fire forest was in the centre of the table and so
that's probably worth actually kind of quickly running through the train. So basically going from the bottom to the top, we've got obstruction, which is basically a house, and then to the left-hand side of the zone is a hill. And then a little bit further up on the right is a wall. That large template in the zone is a wood that they've removed the trees from already. It's like you do. Then there is another obstruction on the left-hand side, that large rock. The right-hand side is burning earth. So that's going to make Adam's Halberdiers quite sad because they're all going to have to run around that. And then there's another hill on the top.
Adam's got first turn, I think, and Ben chose that side. Ryan's just adjusting the battlefield there, putting the water into play.
There's also a pond that's just been added that was under the zone.
Magically added.
And they're off.
They're off, we're on.
Is the stream working?
It is working. We've got a comment saying that there's a little bit of a lag. Sorry about that. So Adam's moving up his first unit of Halberdiers, first of 3. Ready to unpack on turn 2, I reckon, there. So it looks like pretty quick deployment here. Looks like he's quite practiced on this.
Just on Twitch?
No, it's on the YouTube.
On where side? So, if we rattle down Adam's turn 1 recap quickly, so the sea of dudes that swarmed across the table with all the halberdiers have obviously taken up quite a lot of board space with the advanced move and then running. Up near the top zone, the large base is the Fane Knight or Pain Knight, depending on where you come from. So then either side of the Burning Earth is 2 pairs of jacks, so there's a Harpy and a Siren either side, and then Arc Node for Elara's offensive spells. Not sure what offensive spells you've got, but you've got an Arc Node, he obviously deems it worth taking one. Couple of Arcanists behind the Burning Earth. And I think all the Halberdiers have got Soulless as well.
Just run down Elara's spell list. She's got Boundless Charge, Convection, Marked for Death, Scything Touch, and Teleports.
So she's probably looking to channel Marked for Death, I'm guessing, then judging by the Chimera, which will be incredibly relevant against Ben's very low model count army with Arcane Vortex.
Marked for Death is target model unit suffers -2 defense, loses incorporeal and stealth, cannot gain incorporeal or stealth while affected by Marked for Death, and it's an upkeep.
So probably not going to be hugely relevant in terms of the Halberdiers. They have CMA, they'll have Gang if they're mini-feet. So they're not really going to have issues hitting the relatively low defense. Even the Skin and Moans at defense 13 is still quite achievable for Halberdiers. But this Heretic list is quite renowned for being able to outbrick things that it really shouldn't be able to outbrick. So Ben's obviously taking a little bit of time to work out how to approach the scenario, given that you've got very low model count and Adam's got a sea of dudes.
Just so you know, me and Ryan are both Crix players, although Ryan's betraying the Dragonfather by moving over to Circle at the moment.
Yeah, no, I'm playing Circle, so Grymkin may have been part of the cause for ditching the Crix for a little bit. This a variation of this Heretic build was actually championed by Patrick Dunford, who apparently knows a thing or two about the game.
Yeah, he's alright.
So I've heard anyway, I don't believe that. So Ben's opening up with the cage rager at the seal. That looks like Ben's measuring out the threat range of the Halberdier that has Scything Touch on them, because Scything Touch goes on a single model rather than a whole unit. So if he can keep his heavies out of the threat range of that single Halberdier, then he can limit the
debuff of the armour.
And then he's placing a small piece of paper in front of him as you want to do. So this will more than likely be the Heretic Wall of Fire. So I think you suffer the fire continuous effect and a power 12 damage roll maybe if you go maybe a single point of damage.
It's an unboostable power 12 damage roll.
So if the Halberdiers go into that, they're going to die. So I'm going to hazard a guess that the Halberdiers are probably not going to go into
avoid that.
So then the Skin and Moans is sidling up to the cage rager. Benton declared that he is actually facing forward, even though it looks like he's facing the corner.
What do you think Ben's approach to winning this game will be? How do you think he's going to approach it?
I think, so this scenario, relative to the rest of Steamroller 2017, is quite slow, in that there's only 3 elements you can score. Ben can't really score the circles unless he gets Heretic in there, and Adam's got quite a lot of dudes that Adam can't really reach out and kill. If Adam was playing Bump, he would have, say, Hollow Men that can reach out and pick off the guys on the back edge of the zone. But particularly on the bottom zones, that house is going to make it quite hard to get at dudes on the back of the zone, and if he digs too deep, Adam can easily contest on the lower side of the house.
Yeah.
And if Ben plays too defensively, then Adam can contest quite easily on his side of the house. So this Heretic list being quite low model count means it's quite efficient to play on clock, and even though Ben spent a couple of minutes working out what he's going to do, but actually the execution of his turns are quite quick because there's not much to do.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see this come down to clock, because Adam has a lot of dudes, and it's a lot of attacks to roll out. It's a lot of working out who's benefiting from gang, who's benefiting from size and touch in the case of that.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of faffing around with reposition 3, because the halberdiers pick up reposition from the unit attachment. So effectively all of those halberdiers, you're going to be spending a lot of time just by moving them all twice with charges and reposition. So it probably comes down to as long as Ben doesn't, as long as he doesn't get sloppy on scenario, I would expect to see Ben win on clock, I think.
Okay, there we are.
That's my prediction.
Predictions. I can just tell you that I have a mortal fear of Rattlers, having played Cricks for a while. The Berserker overtake on a beast is just horrific. I spent a long time at the Steamroller, which Ryan ran 2 weeks ago, ran up against a Dreamer with 2 Rattlers and spent the entire game trying to mitigate them.
Yeah, no, it's like the Rattlers, but then you can lead with the heavies because they can tank quite well, and you can't really put too much into the heavies because of the Rattlers. And if you put a full unit of halberdiers into a heavy and then kill it, you're going to lose that full unit of halberdiers to the Rattler. So that kind of plays into sacrifice as well, in that if you try and half kill a bunch of heavies so that you don't give up too much to the Rattlers, and then Ben can block your charges a turn after with Crabbit and Gremlin Swarm, that means you have to kill the Crabbit or the Gremlin Swarm to get into the heavies, with then trigger sacrifice which heals all the heavies.
Yeah. Oh.
It sounds miserable, it is miserable.
That sounds like a bad start to the day.
So it looks like Ben positioned Skinner Moans and a Cage Rager up near the top with 2 Gremlin Swarms in front, which are actually quite problematic because other than the Jacks, halberdiers in general lack the magic weapon to kill the Gremlin Swarms, which means the Light Jacks are probably on Gremlin Swarm killing duty. However, the Gremlin Swarms are also stealth, so which means the Jacks have to come quite close to be able to kill them.
And the Cage Rager itself can get a lot of work done in melee.
Cage Rager absolutely can get a lot of work done.
I mean, there's Skin and Moans there to help out. But
PNS 17 is very respectable. The Heretic's also got Fury, take it up to PNS 20, which is not bad. So if those Jacks come in, even if the Cage Rager has to boost a hit with Fury, PNS 20, you're probably only going to need 2 or 3 attacks to kill each of those light, if that. And like the Cage Rager's defense is so low anyway, so the -1 defense from Fury is not. Like going from defense 10 to defense 9 is not really.
Yep.
If you're getting hit at defense 10, you're probably getting hit at defense 9.
Most expensive character must be staying in combat. Most expensive hero must be staying in combat. We've got 2 that are
let us know out there, this is the first time we've done it, so let us know what the microphone level is like. We're on Facebook as Ryan Evans and Geek Toast Cricks, you can find us, and on Twitter I'm Wargames on Toast, and you were a Boris Ryan, and then you just changed it before going back to Circle.
I played Cricks a lot, so I changed my Twitter handle to Cricks Hobbit, and then 2 weeks later started playing Circle again.
Hey, plans.
So what looks like Adam's doing here is he doesn't want to charge headlong into the heavies. So it looks like the halberdiers are just backing up and faffing about at the back of the zone. Rolling dice for something. looks like you're putting some damage on either possibly the Cage Rager.
Maybe.
Maybe with some guns.
What's he going to mark
The issue for Adam is that he can't really, like with the Rattlers there, you can't really jam the Heretic list, as in like, they have 2 initials with a 1-inch melee. Their power plus strength is high enough that it will either kill most light infantry without rolling or with a very low roll. They also have Berserk and Overtake. So with 2 initials you can afford to charge, and then effectively every infantry person, man that you kill, you get moving in and attack another one. So when you've got 2 initials you can afford to charge, basically overtake and kill what you can. And then if you get like low rolls or you whiff an attack, you've still got a second initial to try and start another chain before you have to buy attack. On top of that, they also have Still as Death as an animus, which is counter charge. So if you try and jam, so if you've moved up a jack, say, to kill this Gremlin Swarm, he may have caught a counter charge to face, in which case the Rattler has then gained effectively 6 inches of threat on his infantry mulch, and when he's already activated a unit, which is pretty bad times.
That's pretty bad times. And just really before we turn to the game, I found a way to mitigate that is try and make sure that you place your models so they are more than 2 inches away from each other, which means that when they move 1 inch and he's got a 1-inch melee range, that mitigates the amount of models he can get.
That works to a degree based on the angles the Rattler can charge, and if it can get deep enough, then it's possible to kind of. Ideally, you want to be able to kill models so you can go through the space they were occupying. But I think Adam's just playing it safe and not standing in their charge range, which is fair enough.
Yeah. You can see the Soulless there at the bottom of the screen, hiding behind the house. Cunning.
Ios's finest, hiding behind the house. So like that house is probably going to be kind of a boon for Adam, and then it lets him contest that bottom scenario zone quite effectively, whilst on feet turn his whole army gains ghostly and boundless charge, I think, in which case they'll be able to charge. If they can get even a slither of line of sight, they'll be able to charge through that house, which is not bad. It makes it a little bit harder for the wall of fire to protect like both the heavies meaningfully, I think.
Ghostly and boundless charge. Lovely.
She's like a crit caster.
She is a great crit caster, yeah.
Better than some of crit casters, not many, but
I was slightly tempted for a while to look into the Elara2 Ran pairing, which
yeah, I would play that.
Ooh, it's sexy. What are these white templates on Adam's side? You know, is that?
So they will be.
They're just measuring, or?
I assume that's just tokens or maybe spells. I don't know.
You can see how quickly Adam switched over the clock there. He's aware that time is not on his side in this matchup.
Yeah, he's recognised that the fact he's got a lot more models to work with, even just a simple act of repositioning for a turn is taking a lot of time. Whereas Ben can afford a little bit of time to what Ben needs to be able to do is effectively get in those zones, contest meaningfully where either it's not going to die or it's very hard for us just to die, and then be able to counter punch. I'm going to go and see how they're doing on clock.
Okay. And Ryan's back. How are they doing?
Clockwise, Adam's down to 39 minutes and Ben Hampshire's on 45. So I think they started on a 50-minute clock. Was it 55?
Yeah.
They've not been playing for that long.
I'll just check. 10-minute clock.
Okay, so yeah, we started on a 55-minute clock, so Ben spent effectively 10 minutes on his turn 1 unpack and deployment, whereas Adam was effectively 6 minutes behind in terms of the time, so it's not terrible.
He's not doing badly considering the amount of models he's moving around. I wouldn't be unhappy with that.
One thing to bear in mind as well as Heretic, other than Wall of Fire, he has quite good infantry denial, and he's got Rebuke as one of his spells. So Rebuke is, I'm not sure on the range of it, but it effectively stops a unit giving or receiving an order, which is very relevant. Is it range 8?
So it is cost 10, range... cost 2, range 10, upkeep. Target model unit cannot give orders, receive orders, or make power attacks or special attacks.
So the fact Adam's got a Solus and all 3 of his halberdier units means that cuts the range of that spell down to 5 inches. Which means his cage ranges have got to get incredibly close to be able to apply Rebuke to a unit. I'm not sure whether that's a good or a bad thing.
Well, I think Adam's quite clever to have all those Solus escorts. It means you have to put an arc node in a dangerous position. You can see Ben moving his arc node probably further up than he'd want to at this point to be able to try and get into those middle halberds.
Yeah, then like Ben wants to be able to contest the scenario and not basically just give up 2 or 3 of his heavies. Like the Heretic's personal late game is quite impressive.
Yep.
With Fury on himself, he goes up to power plus strength 16, and his candy cane with the face on it auto hits in melee. So if he gets stuck into a halberdiers, unit of halberdiers, he'll basically kill everything he can touch. Which is it's fun playing whack-a-mole with infantry. Like, whether it's effective or not is another thing.
I'm going to check one more thing. Just to let you know, it's quite a good turnout here at Firestorm Games today. We've got 18 players. And this is part of the UK Super Series events. I don't know if you've caught them. There's a wonderful podcast which you've appeared on, Ryan, for the UK Super Series, where you can find lots of information on the events leading up to a grand final where the best players from around the United Kingdom will play each other for the crown.
Well, the best players, but apparently I qualified for it.
You're into it. First in.
Yeah. So the premise is that the country's been split up into regions effectively that have all been given remit to decide how they want to appoint, elect, depends, choose effectively whether they want to do it through standalone events or so. Like for the Southwest, this is P1 of 3, I think, feeding into like a spring summer finals that will feed some spots into the UK Super Series finals in November, I think. So there's events happening all up and down the country. So north east, northwest. Some down in London. There's some down our way in Bristol. There's a podcast coming out every couple of weeks run by Chris Young. So that's available in the Warmachine Hoards UK group. It's all posted there. There's a link. So check that out.
It's a great podcast, not only to find out about the Super Series, but they also have a general chat each time they record, which is a really interesting view on meta and themes. Yeah.
I think episode 3 was a discussion around the controversial issues of the hooch hauler and the price point they chose to set for said hooch hauler. It's not been the most well received of huge base models, shall we say.
No. We'll be interested to see what they do with Scar 3. I personally like the Scar 3 model sculpt. I know there's had mixed reviews.
But if I have to sell a kidney to buy her, I'm probably not going to, I probably shan't be purchasing her.
No.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
I have high hopes in Doug Hamilton for sculpt. And then the draft renders we've seen already are incredible.
They are incredible. So at the moment, Ben hasn't got anything in that top zone.
Come again?
So in that top zone up here, Ben's not contesting it at the moment. And Adam having the full unit of halberds in that zone means that he will score that. Obviously, Ben's got a few activations yet to go, but looks thin on the ground up there. Gremlin Swarm up there.
To contest.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Adam.
Okay, Gremlin Swarm in the zone. So Gremlin Swarm's gone far to Ben's left, which means the Jacks have basically got to go probably further into the zone than Adam would perhaps like. It's quite common for the Gremlin Swarm to sit in the crook between two zones, but then Adam Jack can probably just aim
and take him out.
Yeah, and shoot it out without even having to allocate focus, which is not ideal. It looks like Ben trying to set up to effectively make it as hard as possible for Adam to get meaningful amounts of halberdiers into anything. So it's worth just passing comment on the relative defensive stats of the heavies. So like the Cage Raiders so they start at armor 19, which means they go to very relevant armor 21 with the Dust Knell. However, the Skin and Moans, they start with a corpse in Menagerie, which only takes them up to armor 17. And armor 19, even with the Dust Knell, is still very manageable for Dark Shroud Halberdiers. So it looks like what we've got going on here is Ben's measured the 2-inch melee threat of the halberdiers so that they can't attack the heavies over the wall of fire. The Gremlin Swarm will block when most of them want to land, so may be able to get one halberdier into each heavy, which is kind of pointless.
Yep.
Unless you can somehow kill the Gremlin Swarm.
I think I could see Adam's first question there being the threat range on the Rattler, on that southern zone on the bottom of the screen. He's going to be very wary of that.
Yeah, so it looks like the bottom Rattler is well within the feet threat range of the bottom halberdiers. So when they gain boundless charge, they'll threat 13 inches, and they're on one side of the zone and the Rattler's on the other. So that may be a conscious play on Ben's part, as in, here I'll give you a Rattler, but get your feet out of the way, so then I don't have to worry so much about threat range, and it lets Heretic play in the Sprinkler.
Yep.
Where is the Heretic? It looks like the Heretic is directly behind the Cage Raider and the Skin and Moans in the bottom zone.
Yeah. Ryan's just going to check the location of the Heretic. Yeah, that is where we thought it was. If I could take a punter, I think that Adam's probably working out whether it's feet turn or not. He wouldn't get much from the feet turn this turn, but it would get that Rattler out of the way, put pressure on that bottom
I think
zone.
you can possibly get a fairly meaningful feat in that the so where the wall of fire is, there's a Gremlin Swarm just to the top of it, and there's two lights that I believe are magic guns, so they can probably kill off that Gremlin Swarm, because it doesn't look like there's any Crabbits in range of it. In which case that would potentially let him get a good number of the central unit of halberdiers into the Cage Rager, and then maybe the bottom unit of halberdiers could then get into the Rattler, so maybe killing a heavy and a light is a half decent use of the feet, and then trying to keep enough of them back so that when the Heretic counter punches, that he can actually get some
play
done.
after that. Yeah. Oh, it's
So just thinking in that vein, as in, I don't know if I don't think Rebuke went down.
Right, just going to check whether Rebuke's gone down, which would stop one of the units issuing orders. Adam activating Elara now.
Yeah, so no, it looks like Rebuke didn't go down. However, so the Heretic has its Arcana, one of them is Pandemonium, which cancels an order, which would explain why he's aggressively placed behind the heavies. So if Elara does that bait ploy with the Rattler, could pay dividends in that. So the Heretic.
Does the Thane have magic weapons? It looks like he's made his attack roll, rolling damage. There we are, one of the Gremlins is off.
Looks like the Thane Knight has a magic land.
Okay, so Adam's going to score on this turn. And Gremlin Swarm wise, we're both kind of deployed. One's centrally, just in front of the Heretic, and the other one's in the bottom zone. So that's a good play from Adam.
Yeah, so the Heretic being placed aggressively, I think. If Adam does go for the feet play to try and get the Rattler, that's when Ben can potentially trigger Pandemonium to cancel that charge order.
Yep.
So then the unit is left with advancing the kind of a shield wall, or he may save the Pandemonium for the middle unit where they can get a decent amount of Halberdiers into the Rager. The other possibility, if you're looking at all the Arcana, is Heretic Reckoning. So if that light in the forest comes in and shoots that Gremlin Swarm, Reckoning triggers off of a warrior model, and Gremlin Swarm's a warrior model. So that would give Ben effectively prey on a light warjack, which is incredibly easy to kill.
Yeah.
Which would then give Ben good opportunity to basically cycle Reckoning across everything we want to kill, giving him effectively a flat +2/+2 for everything on hit and damage, which is probably not wise.
You can see that Adam has jammed in one of those lights. A bit of trivia, that was painted by his daughter, the orange light, which he's jammed in. He's obviously making quite a hard play for that top zone.
I think it's one of those things, and actually you can't jam with
Infantry,
the Halberdiers.
yeah.
The light don't have great targets anyway in terms of one of them has a thunderbolt gun, the other has a death driver gun, which you shoot a dude and then he wanders off and kills another dude.
Oh, nice.
Really good against Ghostly because it removes from play the guy that you shoot.
I tell you what, Bone Shaker is the bane of my life because of that.
Ghostly has gone the way of the dodo anyway. So yeah, the light warjack don't have great targets in this game anyway, so probably jamming them deep and trying to make it, it's not impossible to get to that top zone, but if Adam can make it harder, then maybe he can drag something out of scenario, I don't know.
He's making attacks on the Skin and Moans now. Well, he could actually be making attacks on either the Skin and Moans or the Cage Rager.
We charged in on the Cage Rager, I think.
Okay.
He's just standing in the way of the Skin and Moans. So the problem Adam's got is that even if he scores that, top zone, as long as he doesn't move the Halberdiers out, and then I think he'll be hard pressed to score any of the other zones. And what one control point we need to get 5 ahead just is not enough.
No.
Certainly not.
But if it goes to round 7?
If it does go to round 7, that one control point could make a big difference, especially bearing in mind that the Heretic can't score. The Heretic's list can only score one of the 2 circles at any time by Heretic standing in it.
Right.
Which would explain why it's aggressively placed at the bottom, effectively accepting that Adam's going to score the top zone with his infantry.
Yeah. So you think Ben has kind of relinquished that?
Play deep and the only thing I am surprised is that Ben didn't leave space between the the heavy for the Heretic to activate first and go through the gap. As in, if you maybe place the Skin of Moans a little bit further down, the Heretic would have been able to walk through and then clear their charge lanes with the auto hitting melee attack first, but there must be maybe you don't want to get shot by the warjack. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean Heretic is incredibly survivable, but you don't want to send it out there too early. I'm just doing some of his repositions there.
So it looks like Ben's let him have the charge into the Rattler at the bottom.
Which backs up our theory that Rattler was put there intentionally to draw in the halberdiers.
So I think the Skin of Moans is possibly still in the zone.
Yeah, that's going to be quite important, because if we clear the Rattler and the Skin of Moans is not in the zone, then Adam will score 2 this turn.
So the bottom Skin of Moans is actually not quite in that circular zone.
Oh, here we go.
So I don't know if that's maybe a Thunderbolt shot from one of the lights, or maybe he wasn't able to get him in the zone while still
keeping it base to base.
Halberdiers from wanting the Halberdiers to not be able to attack over the wall. So if Adam can kill that,
oh, that's a good roll.
Put a lot of that's a good roll.
A lot of damage.
That's a dead Rattler.
That's 2 points to Adam.
So as long as he doesn't forget and move some of them out of the zone.
Oh, repoing further in, nice, very good.
Yeah, the whole unit has to be in that zone.
Yeah.
So the problem with a lot of these halberdiers is they just look like an armor bonus, just going to moan.
Yeah. Not talking
and
about
then, so the Skin of Moans looks at them and goes, yeah, that's just +2 armor for me, I'll kill some of them. The Skin of Moans is quite interesting interaction with corpses anyway, in that it can, any existing corpses it's got, it can heal. So if you get up to full, before you buy an attack on the next model, you can eat one of the corpses, heal a bit, attack again, get another corpse, eat it, heal a bit, attack again, get back, and then eventually you end up back on 3 corpses, and probably healing a whole bunch of damage as well.
It is vicious, heavy.
Which makes the late game grind really tough.
2-inch reach as well, is that right? On the
Skin of Moans. Mat 7 as well, which is, for a 15-point heavy, it is very aggressively pointed. Very.
Okay, over to Ben's turn.
So it looks like it's gone to Ben's turn.
So we're looking at, it looks like it's just that light jack in the centre zone, which Ben would have to clear to score that.
I'll put these down. Can you tell me if you can see them on the screen?
So Ryan's just put down the dice next to the clock at the top, and that's showing how many points have been scored. So that's 2 to Adam and none to Ben.
Yeah, so Adam just scored 2 top and bottom zone. He's left one of his little light jacks with telling his the middle zone was the back of his base, so the cage rate is not scoring it. The ball's in Ben's court now to try and punch back with some.
Yep. It won't be hard for Ben to score the centre zone. I can't see him scoring any other zones this turn without the
The
Rattlers.
issue Ben's got with scoring the centre zone, I think, is that the skin and moans is the best place to kill that light. Really wants to be getting stuck into the halberdier so he can get some corpses. The Mat 6 Cage Rager is not as great at killing light warjacks because it's probably wasting boost on hitting rather than damage by an attack.
Looks like a slight, well, in hindsight you could say that maybe the light just above the one which is contesting the zone there, the second red light, if that had just been a half an inch closer to Adam, then they'd have
Absolutely,
2 contesting warjacks.
Two light jacks in that zone. I would, absolutely.
Heretic's going first, moving up, obviously going to get some work done on the halberdiers.
So yeah, as then ultimately, so this is where the auto hitting attack comes in, where Ben's just moving the models. He's just like, he's dead, like, just get him off, like. PNS 13 plus the minimum roll is 15, and that already cracks their armour, so it's like, I've got 3 dudes in my melee range, I'll buy 2 attacks and they're dead, just like, get them off. Other way, other way.
Looks like the Cage Rager is going to move around and make a back strike, I think, against the Warjack in the bottom zone. Maybe not. Okay, so it looks like the Cage Raid has gone in on the light warjack. So I think what Ben really wants here is for that Cage Raid to kill the light, and then the Skin and Moan can get really stuck into those halberdiers. That's not a great damage roll. but it's gone.
It's dead anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it does look like there's some corpses on the death knell, which he will be able to give to that centre skin of Moans in the forest. So actually, he may be able to get stuck into those two lights quite effectively without the halberdiers. The forest will make it tough for those halberdiers to meaningfully clear that centre zone. And I think the issue Adam will have is that he may be able to get ahead on Scyrah, but as soon as he loses that light jack in the middle to the right of the zone, he'll lose the ability to score that zone without putting Elara in there. And against the Heretic, Elara probably doesn't want to be in there.
No, that would probably be the end of the game.
Especially because so one of the problems Adam's got is that Elara quite like to get work done in the late game by charging in, hitting and killing some things and then using teleport.
Okay.
But Heretic has an ability that if you cast a spell in his control area, he gains that spell for the next turn.
And you don't want to give the Heretic teleport.
So,
because he
yeah,
would get
give him
more
the
work done
Heretic
and get the
teleport when
hell
he's
out of
got-
there.
Yeah, and also hitting power 13, possibly power 16 melee weapon to basically let him freely get in and get work done, and then teleport away is not wise, I don't think.
Yeah. Just seeing if there was a judge call there. We're just going to ask Byron, who's running the event. So there was a judge call, which Ryan's going to explain.
Yeah, no, just explaining the I think it's bounding leap bounding leap, which is wondering whether you get free strikes or not, but the fact that the bounding leap is a play rather than an advance, so no free strikes. Adam's adjusting his whatnots on camera, thank you Adam.
Whilst the Cage Ranger is adjusting the whatnots of all of those sentinels.
So yeah, no, Skin and Moans are just missing an attack.
Oh yeah, Skin and Moans.
Dead. Missing again.
Missing again.
Quite poor. Three from a possible 6 is not great.
Do you think that the sentinels will have enough oomph to take out the Skin and Moans next turn?
Yeah, so it's not terrible. The only problem that Adam's got here is that because Heretic had to get stuck in and get work done, it means he's not got the wall of fire down. There's no rebuke out.
And that's a Crabbit just moved in front,
so
just to try and block a charge lane there.
The Crabbit will be there to block charge lanes, possibly to trigger sacrifice, depending on the order of Adam's activation. If he forgets about sacrifice, and then maybe half kill some heavies, that'd be quite a bad time. Just the angle on the bottom Skin and Moans is kind of limiting which of those halberdiers can get into the Heretic, just because of the 2-inch melee range, they're not literally being able to get past him.
Yeah. That's fine. I think Adam's priority is to get rid of that Skin and Moans in the bottom zone. Has Ben put anything to contest in the top zone? He hasn't. So he's going to go up to 3.
There's nothing in that top zone yet. So I think what he's looking for is...
he hasn't done what he's doing now, which is
so the Death Knell's gone to give the Skin and Moan two corpses, which would take it up to a quite respectable PNS 19 in combat, although not with dice like that.
Was that the Skin and Moans missing the Light Warjack? Or was that the damage
I think that was a free strike.
Oh, that was a free strike. Okay. There we are. Should easily take out the Jack then.
So that's a regular vision, so hence the focus is just gone. You spend the focus point to negate damage roll. He doesn't want to take the PNS 19 when you've got a focus, so why not? looking like the Jack's quite damaged, but not quite dead.
Yep.
One more good attack, maybe.
Presuming that's a hit. Yep. There we go. Ooh.
Snake Eyes, lovely.
Oh dear. Looks like the Jack is gone. Oh no, there must be a box left. I'm reading Adam's phone over his shoulder. So it's taken quite a lot of effort to get that light Warjack out of the way.
So we just had a question from Elara2, one of the Scottish young ladies that plays the game, asking if she'd be okay to watch this in the front row with the little one. So I was told this morning that apparently swearing on the stream is probably not ideal, considering we're effectively representing.
No one in Wales ever swears. Ryan.
There was other possibly demeaning phrases for players of better ability that should know better, that end up playing of a lower caliber than maybe they should be able to.
Yeah.
We're beginning with P and S, and yeah, I'm not allowed to say those words either. So this is
your friendly neighbourhood commentators.
Yeah, PG friendly gaming stream.
Finally, that Warjack has bitten the dust.
It looked like it took the Cage Ranger to do it as well, which is unfortunate. It does mean that the possibly either going to be the Crabbit or the Frightmare that will end up having to go into the other zone.
Both of which would just be cleared by the halberds.
Easily cleared by the halberds. I think if I was Ben, I would want to put the Frightmare in the zone.
Yeah, more boxes.
And then just put the Frightmare in and we'll set up the Rattler behind the Frightmare, because the Fame Knight won't kill the Frightmare single-handedly, which will mean Adam will have to put some of the halberdiers in, which the Rattler will then clear.
Yep. Some good rolls there from Ben.
Now, the only problem I see here as well is it looks like all of the Gremlin Swarms are dead, I think. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I can't see any, and Adam's done a good job clearing them if so.
Yeah, so it looks like all of the Gremlin Swarms are dead, which means the Heretic can't proc his trump card, the Reckoning. So that trump arcana is effectively out of the game, because there's nothing to trigger it off of. I don't know if Ben maybe missed it when he was looking for arcana triggers. But you would have thought maybe he would have triggered it on the last
And what happens when that's triggered?
Sorry?
What happens when it's triggered?
So the Reckoning is triggered when...
Is that everything gets knocked down when it attacks?
Friendly warrior model is destroyed or removed from play, and that's the arcana that gives you prey against the things that destroy that warrior model.
Yep.
So the fact it only triggers off a warrior model means in a dark menagerie, heretic list, there's generally only very few models you can trigger off of. So Gremlin Swarms, you can also take Dreadrops, which are the pumpkin-headed farmer guys.
Yep.
And
of course, there's only warriors. Yeah.
There's also Cariana Rose as a solo, but
in this
there's no Cariana Rose on this table. Even without the Reckoning, you generally don't want to attack Cariana Rose anyway. Because she has an ability that gives everyone in her army a flat +1/+1. If you kill us, like the turn after, if you kill her and the Heretic uses that to proc Reckoning, pretty much everything in his army will get a flat +3/+3. Which sounds bad.
I'll take that. So this is Ben just trying to clear off the Warjack, which was painted by Adam's daughter. It looks like he's actually failed to take out the
So it looks like
light
he's about
Warjack.
to take out that light.
So he's got to now run the Crabbit into the zone in order to contest. So he's 2, 4, 6. And he's measuring the other 6. Yep. He switched over the clock, and it's now to Adam's turn. So no po- Oh yes, so he now goes to 1. I'll put a dice for Ben. Oh, he's got 1.
So it looked like the score's gone to 2-1, so Ben scored that central zone, he wasn't able to clear the bottom zone, and it looked like he contested that top zone with a Neatly Crabbit. So it does mean the Rattler is still possibly in threat range of a fair number of halberdiers. So if I was in Adam's shoes, I'd probably wanted to try and kill that Rattler. Just because that make his life a hell of a lot easier with all of his halberdiers.
Yep.
Let's have a quick clock check.
Yep. So the options Adam has for clearing that Rattler, he's got the Jack heavily damaged in melee range. If he clears out the Crabbit, he may be able to get a charge off with the Cavalry Solo, which I think might do quite a lot of damage into the Rattler. How are we doing on the clock, Ryan?
So, Ben is down to 21 minutes, Adam is on 25 minutes.
Adam's done very well there.
Adam's doing quite well on clock, he's ahead on time at the moment, but he does have his time to take. I think one of the issues with Ben's clock management is he's got such a low model count that he's actually got to make meaningful use of his activation. So, actually, whilst he may have fewer models, he's probably still spending about as long because he needs to ensure he gets maximum value out of every activation because he can't afford to have wasted activation.
Some results coming in from some of the other tables now. Looks like
So Sam couldn't read his opponent's name, so he's left that bit of a sheet blank. So we've had the first result back is
Marshall Cook.
looks like a Kador player with very bad handwriting.
Yeah.
Looks like they played. I'll get them to fill out the sheet possibly.
Yeah, we'll get the results coming back soon, but that will have been a Minions win over Kador. In the meantime, we return to the game. It looks like the Cavalry Solo has taken out. So the Crabbit's been removed, and I was just measuring range on that solo. Ryan's come back with a report on the Minions Kador game.
Just correcting them on the filling out the score sheet so we can actually commentate on what's going on the other table. Sam didn't even bother to mark whether he'd won or lost, so he's obviously like, I'm a superstar around here, obviously I won my game.
Yeah, obviously. Well, he did win the most recent Bristol Steamroller and therefore qualified for... Sam has returned with his correctly filled in sheet.
He still couldn't read his opponent's name, so he still left his opponent's name behind.
Sam, do you want to come round and give us a quick rundown of your game? It's Sam Derbyshire. This is the winner of the recent Bristol Steamroller. And he's coming onto the mic. How did your game go, Sam?
Alright, I guess.
How did you win?
Assassination, managed to get Butcher when he only had one camp, but it was Butcher 2, so my opponent rolled fairly low the whole game for focus, which is a little bit sad.
Yeah, it's always sad.
It's a bit one-sided.
Great. And which caster did you play into Butcher 2?
I played Barnabas 1, so it was feet knocked down and then a squid to the face.
Squid to the face. And on the way back from Bristol, you were telling me how impressed you were with how the squid's doing in addition to the list. Squid 4 wins.
Just all the warpath and the French melee makes such a huge difference. But it was ghostly around in the forest the whole game. So it was. But I almost went for another assassination earlier in the game. Well, I did, but then I figured out I couldn't do it because I forgot Decimators can't be pushed or pulled.
Okay.
So I was just going to drag 2 of them out of the way and throw a Rattler at him. But
yeah, but that was denied because people are no fun. All right, well, thank you very much. Good luck for the next round.
Cheers.
Talk to you soon. Okay, so it looks like Adam's going to have to remember to reposition back into the zone here. He's extending quite far. Okay, so just so you know, the wooden place is a proxy for the Skin and Moans, which is by the Rattler, which has just been delayed. I was wondering how the Skin and Moans got there. But it's just a proxy.
That's the Skin and Moans that attacks it too light, so it looks like he's moved the Skin and Moans out of the way so the Halberdier can get around the proxy base. If I was in Adam's shoes, I think it looks like he killed the Crabbit that's contesting the top zone.
I think he killed that with the cavalry solo and then repositioned back. Yeah.
So then the Halberdiers are digging deep into the Rattler, the Cage Rager, and the Skin and Moans. So the only problem Adam might have here is that after this turn he kind of runs out of a lot of juice in terms of how much he can meaningfully get into any of the heavies, just because like Dark Menagerie Breakfast in general are very good at taking a charge and then counterpunching.
Yeah.
So Adam's got to make sure if he's getting stuck in with the Halberdiers, he's got to count.
Will the Thanes score the zone, or it has to be units, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's nothing in the zone at the moment.
Because I think the halberd, which is charged, parallel to the proxy base, he's not going to be able to reposition that back into the zone.
He's not going to be able to reposition backwards. However, what he can do is he can walk out and hope that Ben takes the free strike. If Ben takes the free strike, it will kill the halberdier, which then potentially leaves the rest of the model in. And Elara's looks like Elara's running into to score that zone.
There we are. Method to the madness. I was thinking he was misplayed there and taking his unit.
Yeah, Elara is
looks like it's a pretty safe place for Elara as well.
Yeah, just running. Funnily enough, she ran around the burning earth rather than through it for some reason.
Ah, that's no fun.
Boo.
I mean, I keep on banging on about the Rattlers, but they are quite important in this matchup. But the top Rattler there looks like he'll be able to berserk into the front row, but I think Adam has placed the other half of that unit quite well, so that the Rattler won't be able to berserk into them, and they'll be able to then charge into that Rattler. So some good counterplay there.
Yeah, then I think what's possibly going to happen here is it all comes down to whether Adam can kill that central Skin and Moans in that zone. Like from what I can see, it looks like that middle unit of halberdiers basically have to spread out and spread their efforts quite a lot. So how much work they'll actually get done, I don't know. It looked like that Skin and Moans is nearly dead by the looks of it. Now he's on to the other. So yeah, it looked like that Skin and Moans in the middle is very nearly dead. However, very nearly dead Skin and Moans with a lot of infantry around it is
it's still
not very nearly dead Skin and Moans.
a lot of dead infantry.
It does look like there's a light warjack there with 3 focus on it, so I think that's probably going to go in on whatever the halberdiers don't kill.
Yep.
And that bottom cage rager is nowhere near dying. Look by the looks of it. There's a lot of white boxes left on that card.
This is probably the first amount of damage gone into that cage rager, so.
Like if Adam can clear that middle zone and go to 4-1, that'd be quite a good swing.
It's ambitious there. It will be a very good swing. Has he still got that warjack?
That warjack still has to go.
Just to the right of the zone.
However, that warjack now looks like he has to effectively split his effort between either choosing the half deal with a very nearly dead Skin and Moans or the very nearly dead cage rager.
No, I think he's probably. If his plan was to clear that centre zone, he's made a good effort of it, but I don't think that's going to come through.
Absolutely. I think if I was Adam, I'd probably go for the very nearly dead Skin and Moans, because the cage rager doesn't have the ability to heal with corpses.
And also the Skin and Moans is much more of a threat to all the infantry in there.
Incredible, as in they're Mat 7, so that Mat 7 swing rather than Mat 6 melee attacks is just massive in terms of when it comes to killing a ton of infantry models, basically. And a very nearly dead cage rager stays a very nearly dead cage rager. So it's, as far as I can tell, I don't think.
We're just checking whether the Elara is in the control range of that warjack.
Byron keeps giving me my sheet back.
Okay, so the other
he's gone into the skin and Moans, as we thought.
So just pondering the fact that Ben hasn't procced any Arcana yet. Adam is spreading a ton of damage around on Beast. So I wouldn't be surprised to see is he going to trigger Sacrifice? Yeah, here we go, there goes Sacrifice.
Oh dear.
So Adam basically just spread a whole bunch of damage around. It would explain why Ben didn't trigger Pandemonium earlier in the term when the halberdiers started coming in. So basically all that damage that he's done on the top cage rager, the top Rattler, the bottom Skin and Moans and the bottom cage rager is all basically undone. They're all back to full health.
Okay. That's not very good for Adam, is the understatement.
Seems bad.
He has gone to 3 points. I'll just go and check which turn we're on.
Clock check. What's that looking like?
Okay, so Ben's on 21 and Adam's on 14 minutes and 30 seconds. It's turn 4. And I have found this with playing Cricks. It's sometimes hard with an infantry army to focus fire onto a certain beast.
Say that again?
It's sometimes hard to focus fire on a beast. So obviously he's got a lot of weapon masters here, which are capable of taking out beasts.
Yeah,
however,
just
you're
based
kind of
on,
whittling them down.
As in that central forest is quite handy for Ben, and that meant he wasn't able to get a large amount of halberdiers from like a single unit into it, and then just by blocking off melee ranges with like the other heavies, limited what he could get into the cage rager, and just by that kind of plays into the sacrifice play, in where you limit and spread around the damage, and then basically undo a lot of it. It's a very easy arcana to trip up on, in that it's not very rare that you have to think about the order in which you apply damage to beasts and whatnot. The order of activation is generally dictated by whatever's easier. You do your debuffs and stuff first, and then everything else kind of follows on from that, in whatever order is best. So
How can you play around sacrifice? What's the counterplay there? How do you play around sacrifice?
Grievous Wounds.
Okay.
Anything that stops healing, so Mortality is a really great spell into Grymkin, in that you can pile Mortality onto maybe 2 heavies and then kill, spread out some damage, and then maybe kill a 3rd heavy. That's where you can start to tell the difference between an experienced Grymkin player and someone who's still cutting their teeth on the faction, in that someone who's still cutting their teeth on the faction, when you kill that 3rd heavy, they'll still try and trigger sacrifice. And then you kind of remind your opponent that those 2 beasts are under the effects of mortality and therefore cannot be healed.
Yeah.
And if you can get into that situation where they waste
an Arcana,
and it's probably one of the best Arcana they've got. If they can waste that, then you're in a strong position.
Well, it's obviously an incredibly strong Arcana. I think it's going to make a big impact on this game now, having everything back to full health.
So yeah, that Arcana just undoing a whole bunch of Adam's efforts basically meant you spent a lot of activations and a lot of clock, ultimately to achieve not very much. So kind of what I was saying earlier, where it looks like Adam's not far off running out of juice, and that the Heretic just gone in and played whack-a-mole on a bunch of halberdiers, which will then free up the cage ranger to go into something. Byron. So that is a Hex Blast, I think.
Okay.
Possibly the Frightmare is too far away. That'll be a Hex Blast to try and kill 2 models, I'd imagine. I think Ben may be looking to try and clear the bottom zone.
Yep.
If he can get
score with the Heretic.
If he can maybe kill that UA with a trample with the cage rager, and then get bolt attacks onto the Thane at the back of the zone, and then between the Crabbit and the bottom skin and Moans, possibly trample and clear the rift. There we go, charge of the Death Knell. So what I didn't realise the first time I played against Grymkin is, whilst the Death Knell is a cavalry model, it actually has finisher on the bell.
Oh!
So if you can get it into something that's
already damaged, then it's a Metal Master.
You get 4 dice damage charge. So it's especially embarrassing if you get something killed by the bell on the Death Knell.
And it's the bell which has finisher.
It's not really a frontline model.
No. I'll have to remember that. That's
it's quite a good little
easy
move.
to forget.
Looks like Ben's effectively trying to leverage every attack he's got here. So now that he's triggered sacrifice, there's less incentive to keep the Death Knell safe, in that because Adam's running out of juice in terms of what he can actually get. I think he probably can't put a huge amount into that Death Knell.
Yep.
And any attacks Adam does put into the Death Knell are attacks he's not putting into the heavies anyway, so probably swings and roundabouts in terms of net game. Looks like, based on where the Death Knell is as well, if that top cage rager tramples into the crook of those 2 zones, they'll probably still be covered by the armor buff. And Adam's only really got maybe 4 halberdiers and the Fane Knight that can charge that cage rager, because he'll be in the back arc of the others.
Yep.
Which is probably not enough to kill it under the Death Knell. Not when it's fully healed anyway.
Yeah. So this is proxying the trample now from the Cage Rager, I'm presuming.
Yeah. Might better to get the mic up a little bit.
Yeah. We're going to try and turn in the mic up now. Let's see if that's any better. Do let us know.
So if you're following along via the Facebook group, so we posted links to this game in Warmachine Hoards UK, the Warmachine Hoards General, as well as the Retribution and Grymkin group. So just had a comment from Mark Swaby down in Plymouth or Portsmouth, something Mouth, can't remember which end. So it's not very loud, so let us know in any of those groups whether this is too loud or about right.
We have just turned it up, so hopefully it's a bit better now.
Yeah,
there is quite a lot of background noise in here. There's Hobbit tournaments, and the 18 players are pretty close as well for Warmachine.
Also, we've jacked up the mic rather than speak louder because we're only about 12 to 15 feet from the game that's being played, so we don't want to have to shout or talk too loud.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll hear all the pro scraps we're anticipating before they're about to do them.
Exactly, all our top tips.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's a good roll there.
Oh, there we go.
So I presume this is the free strikes as the Cage Rager is trampling into the top zone. Cage Rager will now resolve with trample attacks. And it's going to mulch those infantry. So it goes there. Looks like they survived.
So it looks like he has gone for the trample. The Cage Rager would have been on 21 for the free strikes, so probably not. Judging by the rolls, he might take a little bit of damage, but not a huge amount. Looks like he's still in control. So here we go, the Rattler going in on the halberdiers at the
Waka.
So here we go. Can he roll some sevens? That's one. Just here, have your halberdier, he's dead.
Here we are, overtake.
Psychological warfare, giving your opponent their dead models rather than waiting for them to remove them. Here, he's dead, please remove him.
Yeah. Here we are, so this is still with his first initial attack.
What we were saying earlier about the fact that they've got two initials rather than crit suffers from the fact that he only has one initial. So as soon as
he'll get back
strikes
strikes against these halberds. Yep.
As soon as Gerlach dies, as soon as they go south, then Gerlach's whack-a-mole run, and it looks like it can get to that.
He just couldn't get to the halberd in the zone.
No, I think it's more judging by the angle he didn't want to, because there's a Frightmare there. I don't know whether the Frightmare's been or not.
Right.
It's got Fury.
Yeah, I would have thought he would have the distance to go in if he wanted to and carry on chewing through. Okay, yeah, the Frightmare's gone. So the Frightmare has a range 10, power 13 gun, I think, but it has auto corrosion on the AoE, which is quite good on single wound infantry. So hence the Rattler, looks like the Rattler spent 2 Fury to get the halberdiers it did kill, so hence he walked out and took the free strike, because you're probably only going to get one more halberdier, whereas the Frightmare was in position to do this AoE 3.
To basically shoot one model and then corrode, or otherwise have a chance of damaging 2 others.
Yep.
It's what we were saying earlier about Ben kind of trying to make sure that every model gets the maximum amount of work it can done. And for the Rattler taking the free strike, he's managed to kill another 2 halberdiers to Frightmare, which possibly wouldn't have happened otherwise.
Now this is going to be burning Ben's clock, taking out these infantry models, but he still needs to clear that bottom zone, so there may be plays Adam can make just to keep contesting. I think Ryan's gone for a clock check.
So Ben's down to just less than 11 minutes. Adam's on 13 and a half.
13 and a half, right.
Because you have to resolve a
The
couple of
free
free
strikes.
strikes, so lost some time on that. So the problem Adam's got, well, the problem Adam will have here is that after this turn, he's going to run out of a lot of options to actually score.
Yeah.
So I think it probably comes down to what we said at the start of the game, and that based on this scenario being quite slow, it looks like it's going to come down to a clock fight one way or another.
Yeah. Elara's activating, moving up, and looks like she's going to try and take out the Rattler. It's probably a good option. You know, next turn the Rattlers will take out another 4 or 5 guys. Or maybe she was just measuring the distance to make sure it's out of the Rattler's threat range.
So Adam is 2 points ahead, which means you need to score 3 to actually win on scenario, which means clearing all 3 zones.
Yeah.
Realistically, it's probably not going to happen.
No. I think we're on to turn 5 now, so trying to stretch out to turn 7 is probably not going to be an option either.
Turn 7 is entirely possible as well, in which case as long as Adam doesn't clock, if he can limit Ben scoring, so that Adam can maybe clear the top zone between Elara and the Fame Knight and the few Halberdiers. If they can clear that Cage Rager, he can go to 4, which will put him 3 ahead.
Oh, great, good roll there from Adam.
Good start. And then possibly to try and spread his remaining models out as much as possible across the bottom 2 zones, so that Ben can meaningfully clear the zone quite very easily.
Or quickly.
Yeah, as in like that Thane in the bottom zone. Probably need to just run and stand on the corner of the zone by that house, because the Skinner mode won't be able to see him to charge in.
Okay, judge call here.
What's going on?
We'll find out from Byron
Controversy.
after. Oh, Byron has grabbed the rulebook. It's getting serious. I'll go and have a look. Let's see what's happening. Ryan's actually been called in to make a call, so we'll get all the info when he comes back. Ryan's back to enlighten us.
So that was quite an interesting one actually. So Elara, she charged in on the Cage Rager to put some damage on him. And then with his last couple of focus, Adam went to teleport. So teleport is a ranged self spell. So the Cage Rager has Arcane Vortex. So when you target a model within 3 inches of the Cage Rager with a spell, he can spend a corpse token to negate that spell. So because teleport is ranged self, Elara is targeting herself with that spell. So the Cage Rager negated it and said, "No, you are not. You may not teleport away from me."
Okay.
Which makes it quite tough now because Elara stood on what looked like no camp, 2 inches away from the Cage Rager.
She still had to spend the focus of the teleport.
She still had to spend the focus on the teleport.
Oh dear.
So she spent the focus and she still stood in front of the
The Cage Rager with if they can clear a lane from the Rattler as well, if they can get in there. Big thank you to Paul from Firestorm Games for coming and sorting out the live stream there. Welcome back. Do you want to give us a quick update, Ryan? How are things looking?
So there've been a couple of rulings, I guess, on movements, and came down to quite close tramples for Ben trying to clear that centre zone. It's getting very tight on clock now. Adam's got about 7 minutes left. Ben down to about 2.5 minutes at last count. So I think it comes down to whether Ben can not lose on clock.
Adam has scored another control point, so he's up to 4-1, which is good.
4-1, yeah. So if
This is a Frightmare going in?
so, the Frightmare is stood next to the hill.
Right. Oh, yeah. And we're up to Adam.
So it looks like Ben has shipped clock without activating the skin Moans at the bottom, it seems. Presumably very low on clock. We'll have a quick clock check.
Yep. Can you check the round as well, please, Ryan?
So Ben's down to about a minute and a half. Adam's got 6 or so minutes left.
Right. Ben's down to a minute and a half. Gosh.
Right, let's find, okay.
Are we streaming at you? So it looks like we've just taken out, I think that was the Rattler.
That was the Rattler,
Yep.
absolutely.
Which means that he'll score another point in that.
That means
Being good 5-1.
Adam will score that top zone again with Elara there.
Sending that model in to contest the zone. And engage the Cage Rager so it can't arc any spells. Looks like he's charging in the Thane as well.
Byron, give it to Byron. Byron's running the tournament.
Tell you what, give to
People keep
reprobate
trying
a
to give
microphone
sheet
and
because
people
we
think you're
don't.
in charge.
Yeah, people keep giving a sheet because we're stood next to a computer. It's like, we're not running the tournament, we're just here for your enjoyment and your pleasure, not for those people
Yeah.
playing in the actual tournament.
Elara is now right at the top of your screens and turns flipped over to Ben.
Okay, Ben's got about a minute and a half to try and turn this around.
He goes up to 5.
So
Yes.
Adam goes to 5.
So he just needs to score one more. Well, no, Ben's probably going to score here.
So all Ben's really got now is
He's got to work quickly to kill that thing.
they're going for 2.5.
He's running. Well, no, he can't run.
They can't get there. So he's looking for Cage Rager, Run, and Arc Spells.
But he's out of range.
No, he's out of range. Because it's in rough terrain. So the issue he's got is that he's left himself with too little time to actually
to clear the zones.
to actually be able to resolve anything meaningful. So the Frightmare's walking out. So shipped it over to Ben to Adam for the free strikes. If I was in, looked like Elara's camping some focus. If I was in Adam's shoes, I probably wouldn't have elected to take it and just let Ben clock out.
Yeah.
Because they probably only got the one. Only got the one shot on her.
Yeah, it may try and knock out a.
They can knock out an aspect and.
Yep, it's back onto Ben. We're loading on the table, which is fine.
So boosting. So 15 is probably not going to hit, so he's clocked.
He's clocked. And that's a game to Adam. Congratulations to Adam Williams. So sorry to all of the family viewers out there. We'll just let them. We've got Adam Williams, colleague from WTC Wales, Thrive 2017, and we've also got Ben as well. Congratulations. Do you want to come in as well, have a quick chat about the game? So your thoughts, Adam?
It's frightening, wasn't it?
Oh, by the way, no expletives on the live stream.
Not allowed to swear.
Not allowed to swear.
This could be interesting.
You will forfeit the game. So, what was your thoughts going into the matchup, Adam?
I knew he could stop me from charging, and I knew that the firewall could really cause me some problems. And when Ben didn't put out the firewall on turn 3, was that my feet turn 3?
No, there was a firewall out on your feet turn. It was in the wrong place. So the feet turn on firewall on your feet turn was in a place where it didn't need to be because I was going to pandemonium that middle unit anyway.
Yeah.
And I threw away a Gremlin Swarm the same turn, blocking a line that wasn't going to happen, so I was going to pandemonium that middle unit.
I decided to charge the middle unit, the brown unit first, because I wanted to charge the blue unit on the left. So I wanted you to pandemonium that unit.
I think their leader was out of my control. I don't think I could have pandemonium blue.
Oh, is it only the... Oh, okay.
I have to have the leader in control, and I'm pretty sure he was out.
Right, okay.
Like, I jammed Heretic as far up the middle as I could, but I could only clip one of the leaders.
Yeah. So, yeah, just... In all honesty, my whole game plan was playing clock. I was playing for clock the whole time.
It was obviously a big turning point when you activated the sacrifice. Were you expecting that to happen, or did that catch you unawares?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, I know.
Language.
Oh, sorry. Well,
He's forfeited, right? I win.
Yeah, you win.
Well, I had the Harpy in the middle of the board, and it was I paused. You'll see I paused for quite a while, because I was wondering whether I should go for the Cage Rager or go for the Skin and Moans. But my theory was that Skin and Bones would just do more damage anyway. It's got 2 inch reach, so with the going after me infantry, it was a bit of more of a problem. So that's why the Harpy went onto him and decided to kill him.
Yep.
But I knew that was what was going to happen. I was hoping to kill one of your beasts in turn 4. And Ben actually said to me he was hoping I'd do a cheeky little Crabbit kill first.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah.
But I knew that little was sitting there, and that's what you wanted to do, and that was in my mind the whole time. And I was actually considering not even putting the Harpy into your Skin and Bones, and then just basically praying that you don't heal too much with your corpses. So
we really enjoyed the play, Ben, of the Arcane Vortex stopping the teleports. Do you want to just have a thought on your
you
thoughts
enjoyed
on
it.
that?
I didn't.
I didn't have enough turns left to swing scenario back, even if I was probably up attrition in theory. Adam gave me a chance to put Elara in a bad place on 0 camp, so I did it.
Yeah, I was pretty scared at that point.
Yeah.
I was pretty scared.
Well, thank you both very much for the game. Well done. Good luck for the rest of the competition. See you later, and we'll keep you updated on how Adam and Ben do. Thanks very much.